Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chinru Lin. I'm from Ardomus Networks Corporation. This is a new company, just started up around 6 months ago. Okay, so let me give you some briefing of the company, the group, and then we introduce what we are doing for the building automation. Okay. So today I'm going to introduce the company, the Ardomus. Before that, I will brief in the mother company and grandfather company. Okay, so actually Zycel right now it's a group, it's a Unix group. This Unix group was Zycel Communication Corporation, but 5 years ago. Because we have two different business models. One is for the branding, the other one is for the manufacturing. So the founder, Dr. Chu, decided to set up a group and then separate two different companies. Okay, so this group was founded in 1989 and in Taiwan, Hsinchu. Right now, it's a public company. Last year, the revenue is around 700 million US dollars. Okay. And this is a structure of the group. Include Zycel, it's a branding company. And MetroStar, it's a manufacturing company, very focused on the ODM, OEM business. And Zycel, it's a branding company to provide the solution, to provide the product for all the different segment of the partners. And then let me focus on the Zycel, because Zycel is the father company of Ardomus. And Zycel is a branding company in the whole world. It's, right now, we have around 1,500 employees and around 35 branch offices in the whole world. Last year, our revenue it's around 422 million US dollars. And I think it's quite impressed that it's 2 years ago we shipped more than 100 million units of all the different networking devices in the world. Start back to the 1989, we are an analog modem company. Okay, right now we are broadband, and this is the product offering for Zycel. We call it the end-to-end. We're coming from very right-hand side devices, but because of the technology we can develop and leverage. So it's 15 years ago, we also did some central office equipment with ADSL, VDSL, and right now the fiber also. So we cover different, it's an end-to-end for service provider from the central office till the CPE and go to the home. That's for the service provider. We also have products for the commercial or for the enterprise with the connectivity, no matter it's a wire, which is a switch, gigabit, 10 gig, for the backbone in the enterprise, in the business environment. Also the wireless, we call it a business wireless net. It's to have a controller to manage all the wireless network in your environment. And then we also have a consumer to do the home network. It's for like a gateway, a router, broadband access router. Also some of the connectivity quite focused on the high bandwidth, like a power line, like a MoCA, and for the coaxial to connect all the devices in the home. So pretty much Zycel is a networking company, very focused on the broadband access. We provide the broadband access for every users because of the internet booming. For the globally, we have 35 different branch office, and mostly Europe still takes most of our business partial. And then the US, in Asia, it's for us, it's like a growing region, and the Middle East. Latin America. Those are the growing region that in the past 2 years, the company decided to invest from the channel point of view. So that's overall the Zyxel operation. But when we're talking about the networking, the broadband, Zyxel always has some questionnaire inside the company or from the public. They ask, what's your position, what's your strategy, what's your direction on the IoT or machine to machine, or talking about the smart home? What's that? Actually, 3 years ago, Zyxel decided to have a special project with a service provider to provide a smart home solution. It's an ecosystem, we learn a lot. But in the end, we figure out it's not that easy. It's not like we just sell ADSL modem to sell a switch, to sell a router. Not that easy because it's an ecosystem. So 9 months ago, Dr. Chu, the founder, we have some discussion, and then we make a decision that we have a better to spin off this project. Dedication and the focus, that's most important things. So that's where the Ardomus comes from. So our decision is we will provide a connectivity solution, and that's what we are familiar with. That's what we are very good at, because in the past 25, 26 years, we are daily operation, daily work. The engineer is developing those kind of connectivity from analog modem to ADSL, to VDSL, to Wi-Fi, to different kind of connectivities. And the second is that for the IoT, you have to be very focused because no one can do everything. So we focus on the building automation. And building automation, we think as long as we can build up the technology, it will be benefit for the future for the smart home. And that will be a big market. And the building automation, all the scenario, all the equipment, all the architecture can leverage it to smart home. Okay, so that's the decision. And then we start to think about what's the IoT and what will be the challenge that we need to resolve. So everyone has his view or his vision or his direction for the IoT. For us, we think, and we are looking for the solution to resolve the challenge. One is too many connectivities. You can name it. And too many data, every day generate the data. And then always has some security concern. The last one is the most important one, is the cost, because it's a ubiquity, there's so many devices. No matter it's the end devices, it's a gateway, or it's in the cloud, you also have a lot of devices you need, but you need to affordable, okay? And how to resolve that? It's not a single company can do it. So the overall, the IoT architecture, the standard, and the reference model, and also how you can manage all those devices, all those data. After you have a good architecture, you have a good standard. And then you also need to know the next step. It's how you are going to utilize the data, to analyze data, to make the data meaningful, artificial intelligence, the data mining, learning, inference. I think those are the future of the IoT. So Ardomus is focused on the connectivity as the first point. So our vision, the first one, is the connectivity. Connectivity, you have a lot. You have too many wire and wireless. Legacy, you can have a Modbus, you can have a KNX, you can have a Zigbee, you can have Z-Wave, you can have a IQRF, you can have many, many different legacy. It's not IP. You need to bridge it to IP because IP is the future. And also, how your devices connect to the cloud. It's not hardware. It should be the software. It should be fit into the cloud architecture. So the software is the key. And the second is the privacy. I think this morning Microsoft mentioned about the edge. That's very important because the privacy for the building, for the home, many data is owned by the owner of the building, owner of the house. So how you can make this data go to public, go to the cloud, how you can easier to less the concern of the users, of the owners. How you can make the device management. So that's the vision that Ardomus is going to focus to resolve. And the third one is the security. Security, you have a different level, device level. Is your boot code, is your bootloader is secure? Is your hardware secure? When your end device connect to the gateway, the connectivity, is that secure? And then if you go to the cloud, provide a service, is that secure? So service, device, connectivity, they are all need to be secure. And then scalability. Scalability, we think from our engineering point of view, modularization is the key. So you have to build all the stuff today, and tomorrow you can leverage it. Otherwise, every day you come from the scratch. That will not make any sense. And the partnership, you need to find a good partner to build the solution for your customer, for your users. And then the service. Service, when we go into the building automation, actually, building automation, who installed the device? That's the installer. That's the technician. You have to provide a better environment for them, not for the end user. For the end user, they are going to enjoy the data. So how you can do that? Simultaneous, both. You should consider both, not only one. So that's the vision that Ardomus is from, and we are going to. And then the first product we decide to make it is the product over there. It's for the building automation. So our view is that we want to make all those different wireless can be integrated into our devices, and our device as a bridge, connect it to the Ethernet. Then you have a Modbus or KNX IP router, then they can talk to each other. Those are the software, those are the protocol, those are the data model. It's not the hardware. And then you can go to the cloud, no matter what service you are going to leverage. And the first product is a hardware, and we are still developing the software. The first hardware, we put into the hardware-wise connectivity. We have the Ethernet, we have the Wi-Fi, we have the IQRF, Zigbee, Z-Wave, and the Bluetooth, low energy. And all the protocol we are developing compatible with the Modbus, with the KNX, okay? And also those wireless protocol. And the other very important is user experience. How you can install the devices. When the installer, they go to the field, when they install this gateway, how they can do it. And then you need an interface to read all the information. And this housing, this is design, it's a plugin, it's a small one over here. And look like this. It's just plug in, and then connect all the wireless connectivity to the wire, to the IP. This is the hardware we have right now. The PCB, we have a two side. The front end side, we have a CPU, we have an Ethernet, and we have a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Okay? This is the Ethernet. This is the ARM-Core A7. And then this is Wi-Fi. And for the modularization, we design a standardized module for all those ZigBee, Z-Wave, IQRF for the future, the small module. This is our definition for the qubit, very small. This is another side of the PCB. This is the IQRF. We work with IQRF. They are very good, very fast. Then we have a small module. And then we do that. So every device, you can decide two different wireless technology integrated together, or just one. So this is SPI, UR, that's the interface, and then IQRF module. This is the ZigBee and the Z-Wave. We already done. It's a Z-Wave. And then this is ZigBee. Okay, you just change the module, and then software porting done. Okay, so that's the architecture, the hardware architecture of the IoT gateway. But to go to the software, this is originally the IQRF. I think in the beginning, for the IQRF, this is a simple gateway. What the mission of the gateway is just bridge the IQRF data to the cloud using the MQTT. Then your phone directly communicate with the MQTT server, and then down to the IoT device. Okay? But you have to go to the cloud. That's one way. The other way, what we are doing is that we implement three different software into the devices. One is the Bluetooth stack. Another one is web server. The third one is MQTT server. We implement the MQTT server into this small device, which means all the IQRF device, they can talk to each other by introduction or bridging by the MQTT server. You don't need to go to the cloud. But go to the cloud still very important. But it's not necessary at this moment. So that's the concept, one of the concepts of the bridge. You can lower the latency, you can have the privacy data, security. And the Bluetooth, later we will demonstrate, the Bluetooth is for the installation. Okay, so, and the web server, we implement the web server. It's a two-way that later we will show you. It's you can just go to the internet, go to this device's web, and then we also can imagine those data analysis. This part of the web is already done in our router, but we just porting the router part into the small gateway devices. It's just a work, okay? So that's our first product, and our vision is to make these connectivity devices to release the effort from every device vendor. And then we can easily integrate together, provide a better solution or better service to our customers. Okay. So later, let us demonstrate you. What in the configuration here, we have a router. This router, the purpose is just to send out the IP address, the DHCP server. That's the only purpose. And then we have a ASUS phone. And then we have a Microsoft. This is a Microsoft PC. I will show you our GUI. And then ASUS phone will start to install the installation process. And then we have some IQRF devices. It's very simple. Okay? So this is our app. So this app has two tasks. One is to install. The installation means that I want to install the devices to bonding with this IoT gateway. Okay? So right now, it's the star scan. Scan is using the Bluetooth to scan, to find the gateway. So this is using the Bluetooth technology to find the gateway. And that MAC address is a Bluetooth address. Okay. And then, So you start to connect. The connect means that because this gateway just plug in, so this gateway need to go to the internet, right? This phone already go to the internet, then this phone will tell this gateway which SSID you are going to use and which password you are going to use. 哎，不对了，没有，你那个4没有4，你那个不是4。So you use the Bluetooth to send the data to this gateway. Okay, so you got a point 34. That's the IP address this IoT gateway get. Okay, so now you can start to bound. So when you bound, you don't need to press the button here. You press the button in your phone, in your app. Okay? Okay, that's one device. Okay, second device. Okay, third device. And then we want to try this the power. You know, we never have that power before. So yesterday evening, Simon, he gave us one. Then we try to bound in it right now. It just send data to this. Okay, then you can unbound the node and you can edit the raw data. 你看那个 raw data 的那个 screen。Okay, so that's simple. That's simple. So yesterday night we can successfully to command the power plug, but okay. Oh. Okay, so you can also unbound it. So that's the scenario. So two steps. One is to how the technician or the installer, they can install, 我要拔起来了. So they can install this device. This is a small device. How they can install it. And then the second, how they can install the end devices. So two steps. And for the integrator, just need to have an app to do everything. Okay, so it will go to the screenshot, and then you can see all what happened in the web interface, which means that we think to provide a better solution to all the installer. That's very, very critical, very, very important. And then after we install those devices, this gateway has the capability, still have the computation power or a limited storage to store some of the data. So that's the gateway function. And then for the company, the next step, we are going to integrate different protocols and wireless and the wire, and then also have a edge device to be more smarter. So I think that will be another view or direction when we work with IQRF. We think IQRF is an excellent wireless technology, but complementary, this technology can combine, integrate with the KNX, with the Modbus. Think about in the hotel, hospitality, in the apartment, in the house. Because some of the people, their experience is that the wireless signal is not that reliable. So that's the impression. So they want to use the wire technology. Another part is about the switch. The onboard switch and the plug, they have a better to be wired. Okay, so you have a aftermarket, and you also have a construction market. So that's a huge opportunity, we think, especially for IQRF technology. We tested the performance, reliability. It's very, very good. So that's the reason that we want to cooperate with IQRF. And also, it's not that difficult. Actually, for those demonstrations, we have this PCB February, and when March, Vladimir, he visited Zycel, visited Ardomus. Then we discuss how we can integrate it. And then we have some idea. Okay, so right now it's June, so we start to implement this around end of April. So it takes 1 month. Then right now we already can do, because the DPA we just integrate into the device, and then MQTT server integrated. So it's not much work. I think for the IoT, just single protocol, single application, it's not enough. You have to have a solution. It's integrated. So the machine to machine, the IoT, it's everything. So we leave the imagination, leave the space, modularization, and for the future, we think we will work with IQRF very closely to make this happen. This is a very good technology, so I'm very happy here to present this to everyone. And I hope that for the future we can be very successful. Next year, double the people to join us. Okay? So I have only 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Any questions?
Okay.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.